absolutely amazing. Stuart and I were just working out that we've known each other for over 10 years, and we've done many different things business-wise together. Stuart has worked with 36 world champions, and I'm sure he'll share some of that with you, some more information about that. The thing that I've learned so much from knowing Stuart is the only thing that holds me back from achieving my potential is me, and the belief that I have in myself. And when I open up to the opportunities and the possibilities that are there, I find that anything is possible. And tied into a social media sense, we're so connected to everybody that we are connected to everybody that we need in order to be successful. And we just need to have the mindset to be able to reach out and grab those dreams. So I'd like to introduce my very good friend, Stuart Walter, and he is definitely going to blow your minds over the next 55 minutes. Stuart.
Thank you. Everyone, we do have a PowerPoint presentation. At the moment, it's not presenting. That's okay. It's generally there just to keep me on track. Oh, we turned it on. That's probably helpful. Crisis manager.
Crisis averted.
Awesome. Ta-da! Thanks, Steve. So I was going to talk through it anyway, so that's not a problem. What you've already heard this morning, I caught the tail end of Steve's. I've seen Steve present before last year, plus also the guys downstairs, Nick, Brett. Awesome. What this is very much about the business. What I'm here to do is, I know Murray known for so long, this is now about you. This is about helping you to achieve everything you're learning here today and tomorrow. This is about applying the knowledge that you actually have. This is about getting you to the best place that you can be so your business works. I'm going to give you lots of examples of that. Yes, I do work with elite athletes. I work with some incredible entrepreneurs. Okay, so what we're going to expect, awareness. Awareness of how your brain works. You probably experience a headache tonight. Not the alcohol, but if you, like a personal trainer, if there's muscles you haven't used for a while, it's going to hurt. Therefore, if you haven't used your brain effectively and efficiently, you may get some sense of muscle pain. Generally, if you're right-handed, it'll be on the right side. If you're left-handed, it'll be on the left. That's more information later. We're going to have a bit of fun. We may have tears. It normally happens. Okay? If we do, I've got tissues. So expect knowledge, expect different concepts. What makes you think differently? Question the normal behaviours. Okay? And the prize goes to the first one who cries. We're going to get different results. Because where do results come from? They come from your actions, which come from your thoughts. What contributes to your thoughts? What creates these thoughts? It's your imagination. Once we start imagining something bigger, you're going to start getting bigger results. Okay? And I'll explain all this to you. Expect the unexpected, especially more for me. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I've got a pretty good plan. Generally doesn't work out that way. Got to give for it at the end. Okay? It's only your future, your health, your happiness, your love, your wealth. No, it's just stake, isn't it? So, let's move on. Athletes spend 4 to 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, for one event every 4 years that may last 10 seconds. How do they get in the zone for that moment? How do they do it? How can you train for 12, 15 years for that 10 seconds? We've seen a lot of athletes at the Olympics. You see them performing when it really matters. Pressure, collapse. Why can't they do this? One, they're probably not my client, and two, they can't manage the emotions. Okay, so this is welcome to the next level. You ever heard that, people? Want to get to the next level? Want to get to the next level? What happens then? Let's aim beyond it. Okay, let's just not aim at what we want to achieve. Let's aim beyond it. What's your legacy? Not that we're expecting it, but what happens if this is your last day on Earth? What are you leaving behind? How do you want to contribute to society, to yourselves? Because I can guarantee you're not working to go to work. It's for some other cause, or some other benefit. What is beyond the reason why you want to go to work? Please, feel free. Take photos. Okay, please tag me in because I can't take photos of me while I'm doing this. Okay, like I said, expect the unexpected. If there's something there that you want to take a photo of, please do so. We've got most of it on camera anyway. There you go, great shot. Okay, and also tag me in. Please use your mobile phones. This is the Social Media Marketing Institute Summit and a free workshop, so there will be stuff in here as well. Please take photos, tag them, because I'm going to get you to use your phones later on to log in for some free gifts. Okay. Please feel free to jump in, ask questions. This is me, a little about me. Named by my clients as the secret weapon. Australia's #1 for peak performance hypnosis. Hypnosis, that's making people do stupid things, isn't it? But what about the people doing stupid things now? Can it make you do good things? Absolutely. So, hypnosis. Okay, we've only had one person right now, that's good. It's normally a lot more because it's the unknown factor. You ever seen that stage hypnosis making people do stupid things? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I can do that if you want, but what's the benefit? For me, entertainment, for you, ridicule. It's awesome. What I look at doing, okay, and as an example, stage hypnosis. You pull someone out of the crowd, you pull a bikie out of the crowd and say, right, when you hear this music, you become a ballerina. A bikie. We've got people laughing, so it's entertaining. Just the thought of having someone in tattoos, leather, denim, bald head, big beard, prancing around like he's a ballerina. But what if I pulled a ballerina out of the audience? So when you hear this music, you become the best ballerina in the world. So someone with skills, someone with talent, someone with abilities already, we just harness that power. Bang, turn it on as soon as your music starts. And everything we're doing is called like a trigger-based response. That was a bit special. Okay, now I haven't told you to catch the ball, have I? Okay, but what happens? How do you do it? The trigger is there's a ball coming towards me. The response is an automatic response, isn't it? Don't catch it. See, even with that, see that brain? You got the automatic response of catching it. By the time he realises what was actually said was don't catch it, it's in there. Your brain works. Neural pathways fire in 1/3000th of a second. 1/3000th. So think about those automatic habits, the automatic responses you've got in life. Now if we're talking, you draw on that, that's always fun. If we're talking 60,000 thoughts a day, how many times is your brain going back to an automatic response? Most of the time, because everything is a trigger, and all it is connecting the same response, it just becomes so automatic in its habit. So this is how I can work with people going beyond the conscious part of your brain. Okay, down to that deeper level. Now, author of the Dear Diary process, which is a self-empowerment, self-improvement process. This helps you to actually rewire your brain while you're sleeping. I would like to rewire their brain while they're sleeping. No effort, no problems, 5 minutes a day, create the life you want. Simple. You're all going to get access to that. No, please, you're welcome. I'm the creator of the Metaphor Kids short stories. Now, our minds are incredibly powerful and incredibly stupid. When we harness the power of how we know it works, we can do incredible things. I've created a whole collection of short stories for kids that 80% of children will stop wetting the bed after 1 or 2 reads of these stories that parents deliver to the kids. So any parents or anyone who's been a child or has a child or knows anyone who do have a child, direct them to the Metaphor Kids website. Short stories of long-term change, bedwetting, toilet training, fears, phobias, bullying, growth, development. They're all in there. Co-creator of the Fit Mind program. Ta-da! Marae. Anyone know she was the 2010 Fitness Professional of the Year? There you go.
Past life.
Same life. When we first met. But yeah, we created, because Marae was running boot camps. She also had that same situation that people get to a certain level, plateau drop, plateau drop, plateau drop, and then give up. What was the difference? So I started working with Marae, started working on the mindset aspect of it, and eventually we ended up creating this Fit Mind range of programs. Weight loss, for study, for business, for network marketing. International speaker, spoken overseas. It's fun. Inspiration. It's good fun. 13 years of practice, so I'm not one of these overnight influencers that just goes onto Instagram and says, hey, look, check me out, my loops. And I've been on the forefront, 8,500 clients over 13 years. Fears, phobias. When you've got someone with a rope around their neck, the mark, they come in and you have to get them out in one piece, that's when the pressure's on. I'd love to see some of these influencers now going, it's all right, just get over it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where I excel working with these. Vice President of the National Association, have been over the last 10 to 12 years. Okay, regular on, hit media, hit radio, 105 in Brisbane, magazines and TV around Australia. I'm also, this is kind of my proudest moment, results of what's possible with passion and belief. And using the tools I'm going to give you. This is all about awareness. Okay? If we, is there a light switch over there, Maria? Cool.
It's going to go out, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, turn them all off. Cool.
All on?
Okay, so imagine, you ever heard that quote, knowledge is power? Guess what? Knowledge is power when you apply it. Imagine you can all close your eyes and wish and hope and dream and want these lights to come on. What's going to happen? Nothing. It takes action to flick that switch. But it's amazing how many people stay in the dark because they're scared of being bright, being seen, being noticed, being judged. Thank you. See, knowledge is power only when it's applied. So if I can give you the knowledge today, which I will do, all you've got to do is just go, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then make that step. Oh, isn't he cute? So's the baby. That's my son. That was a changing day in my life. That was the day I made the decision to chase my dream. He's now here in 14. But it's also amazing. It takes 9 months to create a whole new person. 9 months.
10 actually.
10?
Yeah, I'm pregnant, so.
Took a month of practice.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Cool. So, what can you do in an already existing life? How can you change your life so you can create a totally different life and outcome for yourselves? Think of, we can create a whole new life in 10 months. So where do you want to be in 10 months? Have a think about that. What do you think is possible? And then we can start making that journey today by making some decisions. It's time to change. Now, anyone wearing watches? Bracelets? Change wrists, please. Rings, change wrists. Something you can do to put on the other side of the watch. And just listen to your internal dialogue as you're doing this. Isn't that weird? Who's got some comments on that? Weird, strange, heavy, light, does it fit, does it not? Look down, do you think you're on the wrong side of yourself? It doesn't feel weird, doesn't it?
It does.
See, habits are exactly the same. Once you make a decision to change, you do. But then it's getting used to it. Funny thing, I've done this presentation around the world. The best one I did in Melbourne, 600 people to an auditorium, and actually said, change everything. Right, you've got it all changed, good. By the end of this 3-hour presentation, half of you would have automatically changed it back without even knowing. And I told them this. I said, be careful, the automatic response is like catching the ball. 3,000%, this feels weird, feels strange. At the end of it, I said, oh, hands up if you still got the watch or the ring on the side you changed it to. Only half the hands went up. 600 people. Think about the automatic responses. You're ahead of half your population by making the change and sticking to it. Think about how that's going to sit in your life. How's that going to affect your opposition? How's that going to affect your life? It's incredible, incredibly powerful. So that's how it starts. It's getting used to the habit. Eventually, over a period of time, you'll get so used to it that it just becomes automatic. Got it? Still feel weird and strange, doesn't it? Over time, you'll get there. What's your dream? What is your dream? If you don't want to share it?
More naps.
More naps? Talking to a hypnotist. Every time you breathe, you're getting sleepy. Your hair is going purple. So think about your dream. Think about what it is you want to achieve in your life. The only thing stopping you, as Murray said, it's you and your imagination. If you imagine you can't do this, guess what? You're right. If you imagine you can do it, you're right. Imagine you can ride a kangaroo. Anyway, I know you want to. You just got to find one to be on it. So think about your dream. Now I'll give you 15 reasons why it's not going to happen. You're welcome. Because your brain is against you in everything it does. You ever heard that? Yeah, I want to, but. Yeah, is your unconscious mind going, yeah, we can do this. Your conscious mind is going, but, because I've been hurt before. This has happened before, but I don't know if I can. But what would other people say? But what if? But what? Now, if you can go onto your mobile phones or websites or something now, go to the Elite Mindset Institute, because as of right now, it just became live and available for you for free. Again, you're welcome. Elite Mindset Institute. .com, if that helps. Okay, you'll find under the banner with me, there'll be a big red button that says enrol now. Feel free to do it now. Or in 2 seconds time. Or later on if you can't. But what you're going to have access to here is the 15 fundamentals of the human mind. Now the reason I've done this is because I got annoyed over Christmas. I got really annoyed. Someone, an influencer in the environment, says, this is what you got to do, this is how it is, this is what I'm doing, and push, grind, hustle, break. Sleep when you're done, not when you're tired. Sleep when you're dead, there's plenty of time. But these influencers are breaking people. And it annoyed me so much because all they do is tell you what to do, correct? Just change yourself. Go harder. Don't sleep. Hustle. Grind. But guess what? Your brain doesn't work that way. It's in protection mode. And that's one of the fundamentals, is everything you do, your brain wants to protect you from potential hurt, potential harm, physically and emotionally. It doesn't want to do the 24/7 hustle. It's going to break you. This is how to change your thoughts. Ta-da! So then you're more likely to get better or awesome results. You choose better, awesome, or amazing. So when you go on there and download it, this is one of the free resources you get for signing into the Elite Mindset Institute enrollment program for free. Another one is the Dear Diary process. I'll get to that. That's my published book, which is probably one of the most powerful self-development, self-empowerment processes around. You ever heard of neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity is all about intention and emotions. Whatever you focus on and you add an emotion, that's what your brain is going to wire. So think about, there's my bank account. Don't like that. So what's your focus? Bad bank account. What's the emotion? Don't like that. You're welcome. Let's have more of that. So your brain is still working on the intention, which is it's not very much in there, and the emotion, I feel bad. I should do something. But that same intention, that same focus, when you go, right, this is how my life is going to be. How do I feel? Awesome. There's the intention, there's the feeling. Your brain will actually start rewiring itself within minutes. The Dear Diary process captures a lot of those elements and it rewires your brain overnight to create the outcomes you want the next day. Imagine if you could write out how your day was today. I've already got an upgrade on the plane. How cool is that? I wrote it last night. Who would have thought? I did. 15 fundamentals of the human mind. Within there's case studies. There is also 15 exercises for each of the fundamentals which will teach you how to master your mind to get those results. Got it? Who's excited about that? Please feel free. This is interactive. Jump in, ask questions. Okay, and I'll answer them for you. So, who's seen all these on Facebook? Okay, aren't they wonderful? Okay. What are the words that jump out? Boy, failure. Don't. Struggle. Impossible. Never. Pretty cool, isn't it? When you think deep down what your unconscious mind is picking up on. Grind. You won't get much done if you only grind on days you feel good. Yeah. Think about it. If you just found one of these and stuck to it, your life would be awesome. But why do people keep changing? You ever seen what people put up on Facebook? Mm-hmm. It's reflection on themselves. It's not on the message they want to get out there, but it's basically where their position is.
Isn't people on Facebook, when they post this type of stuff, is the person they want to be, but not who they actually are?
Yeah, and it tells more about their own issues than it does about the person they want. It's just perception, basically. We love that, don't we? Social media. Oh, we love social media, don't we? But think about this. Okay, look at it. I love a little mouse. Never give up. But start thinking about what you're actually reading, what you're doing. Okay, these influences are breaking people. They're absolutely smashing them. Just push through it. Who's heard that one? Change your focus. Yeah. Here's my question. Just push through it. How? Change your focus. How? Crush it. How? A hard grind. Yeah? How do I do that? Persistence. Sounds good. Change your habits. How? See what these influences are doing? They're creating a whole wave of broken people who are now getting less and less self-esteem because they think they should be doing this, but they can't. Because their brain is going, protect, hide, don't be judged, don't want to be exposed, what would other people think? All these are going to limit your potential in attacking life. So, believe in yourself. There you go. Parents, ever yelled at your kids, stop crying? Have they ever stopped? Telling someone to stop doing something is not going to make them stop doing it. You have to be on 24/7, that's great. Quickest way to the hospital. As long as you've got health insurance, go that option. Mm-hmm. If you want to succeed, guess what, people? Influence yourselves. Who is the ultimate version of yourself? And influence that person. I see it. Mother of unicorns, please speak. See, you've got to influence yourself. Because think about it, if this is your past, and you stand in front of there, and that's a mirror, what are you seeing? A perfect reflection of yourself looking back at you. But you're also seeing everything you've ever done, thought, dreamt, understood, remembered, and experienced. It's all back there, correct? Okay. Anyone drive here today? Yeah. Did you reverse all the way here? No. Why not? It's stupid. In a car, it doesn't make sense, does it? But it's amazing how many people in life are too busy looking that way, no idea where they're going. I don't want to think, oh, but what would that person say? But what if, but what if, but what if, and where am I going? I have no idea. What if that was your past and that was a mirror? Imagine turning around. That's where I'm going. Who is the ultimate version of yourself that you want to be? What are the models, what are the traits, what are the values of this person? And just take a step towards it. Just manage this bit. Take another step and manage it. What's in the mirror behind you now? It's a perfect reflection of your back, heading into the future. Where are the emotions? Back there. Where's the intention? There. How does that make you feel? Awesome. Neuroplasticity, your brain is wiring itself. How many people are stuck in reverse, looking at the past? How many people in here think you're actually in reverse at the moment? Who's motivated? 100% of the time? All the time? Every day? Work-life balance. What a load of crap. Who's an entrepreneur? Who owns their own business here? Cool. Who wants to? Don't.
Run away, it's a trap.
Think about it. Even as an employee, you are still your own business owner because you're managing this component for that much pay. You do a better job, do you get more? No. I should. You should. Obviously, your boss isn't here. But think about it. Work-life balance. Oh, where's my little cleaning thing? I work a lot on what we call implied suggestion. Work-life balance. Balancing point. Bucket. That was a bucket. Okay. Work is life. Now you're going to get a lot of this over the next, well, this morning plus tomorrow. All this work, everything's focused on work. What happens if you put all your focus in on work? You, personally, you're going to crash. 24 hours, 7 days a week, grind, hustle, ta-da, making money to pay your health bills. What happens if we spin it? Because look at this, 10% there and 10% there. That's balanced, isn't it? 50% there, 50% there. That's balanced. 90% here and 90% there is balanced, isn't it? Okay. We're thinking that, isn't it? 100%, 100%. Is that balanced? Sure. But most people, when they think of work-life balance, it's 50-50, isn't it? I should be. Richard Branson, anyone ever heard of him? That entrepreneur guy that did something about records and planes? He was interviewed once and said, how do you manage work-life balance? He said, is there a difference? Is there a difference between work and life? Huh, who would have thought? So, what happens when you put all your focus in life? Living, laughing, loving, life. What happens when you put all your focus over here? What's going to happen?
Blackberry.
Over here. Really? As this is lifting, you want to spend more time in here, don't you? Which means you're going to have to be far more effective and efficient over here, which creates more money, so you can start living, laughing, loving life more. This is what happens when you focus on you. This builds at the same rate. I told you there'd be a different way of thinking. If you want some classic examples, I've got some entrepreneurs in Brisbane, lawyers, property developers, who are doing this, crashing, spending a lot of time in hospitals. Okay, guess what? We put all the focus on them. Business doubled, moved to new premises, less time working, increased dollars, better quality clients. Who would like that? And all I'm saying is spend more time with yourself. Doing the things that you love doing, it's going to build up your energy. You want to spend more time over here. If you want to, instead of getting your 60-hour week, you want to do 40, guess what? You're just going to do the next 20 hours looking after yourself. That makes you feel better, which gives you more energy to go back into here, which builds this up. What are you two up to? You started downstairs doing the same thing. So you get the whole work-life thing there. Focus on this, it's going to build you up as a person, which is going to build this up. How many people go into work because they're not helping other people? Stop it! Help yourselves. Okay? Because guess what? This is the new concept. You're going to fill yourself up, which is going to do what? It's going to overflow. If you've got a jug of water, if you've got 5 people, you're only going to get what? 20% on average each? What happens here? You fill this up. You overflow. People are going to take 100% of the overflow, aren't they? Would you be happy with 20% of your partner? 10? We've been covering some stuff here, Nick. But imagine this is the new life. Fill yourself up. You ever seen that stack of champagne flutes? Where do they pour it? In the bottom? Top, let it overflow, which is going to fill this up. Let that overflow, and that goes into what? Community. Foundation, helping others. If you want to help others, you have to do more for yourself. Let it overflow. Let that overflow. Okay? It's a different way of thinking, and when you think water is energy, and you look at the energy you're putting into yourself and your business, so much easier. Like the concept? Start thinking about yourself. Oprah. Anyone call her selfish?